Mai, and this is my 1981 Yamaha XS650. So yeah, so this bike is a very special bike to me. It's my first big bike. I used to ride a 125, so 650 is quite a big jump. It first started as a stock XS650, looked beautiful, really got everything nice, all the parts were really nice, but I had something else in mind. I'm a graphic designer by trade, and this project was mostly as an aesthetic side of it, because that's what I wanted it to be. I wanted it to look great, but obviously aesthetic and technicality sometimes doesn't work together, so I needed to have someone that knew that side of it, which this is when Barry from Skate Interiors jumped in, and I went to him and said, I want this bike to look like this. Can you make it into this? He thought about it for a while and he was like, yeah, let's do that. I think for him was a learning curve for both of us actually. And it was very interesting to meet up and me being like, I just want it to look like that. And he would argue if it works or not. So it was kind of a good project and a good collaboration. We mostly kept the engine and the front half of the frame. Some bits and bobs has been recycled, but most of the parts were bought overseas or in the UK or handmade by professionals. I will talk you through it later in more detail, but the main feature of this bike, I think, and my little pride, it's the Scorpion embedded in the tank. That was a bit of a gamble. I didn't know how it was going to end up, but I knew I wanted to have something in there. So now I'll take you around the bike, and as best of my knowledge, will let you know what's been modified and what's not. So let's start with the front of the bike. These are not the original wheels. I went for spoked wheels because I think it looked a little bit more minimal and nice. Then the front forks are original. We thought about extending them, have them longer, but obviously parking in London is quite tight, so we just went for the normal ones. For the headlights, I really like because Barry had a really nice detail fabricated this bracket, which just show how precise he can be. So that's something I really like. Went for digital Speedo. Again, it's kind of like get lost into it, so you can't really see it, which I really like. We went for high bars, a little bit forward because I'm quite tall, so it's kind of like a cruising position, which is really nice. So we went for switches, horn, low beam, high beam, and then I'll show you later where the ignition is. Definitely not hit. The tank, as I said before, this is a little bit of my pride and the main feature of the bike. People usually think it's a painting, but no, when you look a little bit closer, you realize that it's actually a real Scorpion. The color is a flip pearlescent white. It was supposed to be blue, purple and green, but you know, it was a little bit of a gamble when we sprayed it. We saw it turn more purple and green, which is fine. It looks beautiful. It changes all the time, depends the light. Then the engine is the original engine. We didn't want to touch it at all. Barry did fabricated the pipes, made it again kind of fill into the line of the bike and just fit everything together. My ignition is here, so it's a fake oil tank. Hides an ignition, starting button just here, which again is all kind of hidden, really nice. The seat, Barry's an upholsterer, so he made the whole seat from scratch. He wanted to have kind of those lines that remind us of the legs of the Scorpion. So I really liked, again, really nice detail. Something that you can see the thinking of it. So this is the hardtail. We turn it into a hardtail. actually pretty comfortable to ride, I have to say. Really long fender, quite tight, so it looks like really it's part of the tire basically. The pipes, we were going to extend it a little bit longer along the CC bar, but just we went for something quite small in the end, something that hugs almost the tire. CC bar, again fabricated by Barry, with a little detail here, which is quite nice. Not very useful for a passenger, back passenger, but looks great. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Now let me show you how it sounds.